Hello, everyone. I'm back with another podcast YouTube video, and tonight I'm going to talk about the recent episode of Baddies East. We're on the 17th episode of season 4. The title of tonight's episode was called Hangry Friends. Before I get started with this video, I want you guys to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This episode starts off with Smiley. She's having a seizure, and some of the women, they're questioning of whether or not she's faking. And Natalie and Mariah Lynn, they were the only two, Mariah Lynn, Natalie, and Sky, they were the only three that were really showing genuine concern for Smiley, and they disagreed with the women that were saying that she was faking it. To Suki, she wants to fight Smiley because she's upset that they had all these plans scheduled for the day, but since Smiley got sick, they weren't able to attend to those plans. So Smiley is taken to the hospital, and when she gets to the hospital, she doesn't even know what's going on. She doesn't remember anything. She is still asking for her son, but she says that it's normal for her to have seizures, and I'm paraphrasing what she said. But Smiley, she wants to, Natalie, she's asking the group that Smiley was with when she got sick, she wants to know what happened, and they're saying that she only had 4 shots. But when Smiley was at the hospital, she told one of the producers that it was more than 4 shots. She said that it was 7 shots. Surprisingly, Suki and Bobby Lights, they arrive, and the women and Bobby Lights, they start touring Jamaica, and I believe they're in Ocho Rios at this moment. Rollie, she separated herself from the girls when she was witnessing Smiley having the seizure because her father passed away from seizures. So Rollie was questioning whether or not Smiley was faking it, Rollie mentioned that if she finds out that Smiley was faking it, that she's going to want to fight her. When later on during this episode, when all the girls were at dinner, Smiley showed up, and before I touch on that, Smiley showed up, Scotty and Natalie, they got into a brief altercation during tonight's episode. Apparently they had a disagreement about how the meals were being served, and Natalie and Scotty started texting each other, and I think it was in response to something that Natalie sent. Scotty told Natalie F you, and then they got into a brief scuffle. Like Natalie and Scotty, they were in each other's face, and that's when they started pushing each other, and they got into a brief scuffle. At that when they started fighting and arguing, Mariah Lynn, she said weird, and that was in response to what she was witnessing between Natalie and Scotty. And that's when Suki checks Mariah Lynn because she wants her to say it out loud instead of just saying it low behind people's backs. Smiley arrives, and Natalie and Tasiki, they confront Smiley because they're thinking that she was faking being sick, because it was communicated to them that once Smiley got to the hospital, everything was okay. And when Smiley was at the hospital, she was the one that was asking the producers if she can just leave. E.T., she pours a bottle of water on top of Smiley, and then that's when Suki, she disagrees with that, and she starts getting into it with E.T., and Rollie gets upset because apparently Suki started to threaten E.T., and Rollie started saying, don't talk about threatening people. And that's when Rollie and Suki, they got in each other's face, and then one thing led to another, and they started to fight, and that's when the episode ended. There weren't a lot of highlights during this episode besides Smiley getting sick and the Natalie versus Scotty fight and the Rollie versus Suki fight. Those were the only 3 highlights that happened during this episode. Let's see. Yeah, I pretty much touched on everything. They had a Baddies shot o'clock. They bought some small shots while they were touring Jamaica, and yeah, I already mentioned that Bobby and Suki, they showed up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that happened this episode. What were your guys' thoughts on tonight's episode? You can leave your opinion on tonight's episode in the comment section below this video. Thank you guys for tuning in to this video. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also share this video. You guys have a good one. Bye bye.